I'm pleased to welcome back Neil Oberto to our studios for an update on Giving Shelter, a campaign to help Divine Providence Homeless Shelter here in Hazelton. Neil is the Executive Director of Catholic Social Services. I hear good things are happening and people are responding.
Oh boy, it's just been overwhelming, and we're, again, so grateful to SSPTV, to the Standard Speaker, to United Way for putting this whole thing together. It's been tremendous.
Now, you had a really big donation recently involving bunk beds, so tell us about that.
Yes, just about 2 weeks ago, well, we received the donation of the mattresses that we had talked about, which was wonderful. And so Faith Assembly actually had not only purchased the wood, materials, I guess, for these bunk beds, and Lowe's as well helped them with that, but also members of the congregation came and assembled these bunk beds, which was just tremendous. This all happened about 2 weeks ago, and it just really gives more space in the limited amount of space that we have, and just it's wonderful.
Wow, and this is 24 bunk beds, so this is like not just one or two. This was a lot, so this was major. Yes. Also, I know the collection is continuing, the donations are continuing, but I know the shelter itself had applied, the city of Hazelton applied for a grant on your behalf. Any word on that?
Unfortunately, we did get word a couple of weeks ago that we didn't receive that grant. That was a grant that was going to be coming through the Department of Community and Economic Development for emergency sheltering. Unfortunately, it wasn't accepted.
That's bad to hear. I'm sorry to hear that. But hopefully the community, as they have been, will come forward and donations are accepted and donations of items. I guess you've been getting a lot of things. We've been getting things here as well. What do you still need in the donation category?
These donations have been such a tremendous help to us, because if we didn't have these donations, we'd have to be out purchasing somehow or limiting the supportive services that we're providing to residents. So we're still in need of, well, we're always in need, but we're still looking for things like the paper products that we'd be able to serve meals on, the toiletry items, the continental breakfast items, because we try to give folks a little bit of something before they do leave in the morning. Some of the coats that we had talked about earlier, things like that.
Cleaning supplies, you said as well.
That's right. Thank you so much for.
Okay.
But cleaning supplies, which would be a tremendous help as well, to help within the facility itself.
Neil, how many people have been taking advantage of the shelter?
Since we started 10 months ago, we're actually a little bit over 170 unduplicated individuals from within this community who have been able to take advantage of this.
Wow, that's amazing. Your help is still needed and will continue to be needed to maintain the shelter. So please drop off your donations of the items that Neil talked about, the paper products, the cleaning supplies. You can always give socks and underwear and sweatshirts and all those type of things, the continental breakfast supplies. Here at our studio, the Standard Speaker, also at the United Way office at Catholic Social Services and at the Laurel Mall. And if they want to make a monetary donation, what do they do?
They could call us up at Catholic Social Services, and I know you have the number on the screen, or well, call, and we could talk about that.
All right. Well, with your help, the shelter will be successful in helping those in need to get back on their feet.